Okay, Jacob Freeman here again, and this is video number 2. Today we're going to talk about how to market online with search engines and pay-per-click marketing. This is not it's not too hard, but it's exciting and it works well, and it's easy to track and see how much you're spending and what keywords are getting clicked on. But the first thing I want to do is just to show you what kind of ads I'm talking about. So, say for example, here we are at Google, and we're dealing with food storage. So, I'm going to type in food storage, and when I talk about the ads that you can buy on a search engine, I'm talking about these. If you see up here, it says ads. These first three and this whole sidebar are all ads. And so if you click on any of these links, then the person that put that link up there will have to pay you for that click. Right now it looks like no one from my eFoods is bidding on the term food storage, or perhaps they're not bidding enough so that they're farther down on the list. But here's Google, and here's how they show their ads. They have them here on this sidebar, and they have 3 on the top. Obviously the 3 on the top get the most clicks, and then you get less and less clicks as you go down this way. However, I found that usually you don't want to bid, as we get into this, you don't want to bid to be in the first spot. You'll get a lot of browsers. I usually like to be in the 3rd spot, the 4th spot on Google. I find that those are good spots to be in. I'll show you on Bing, which is also the MSN search engine. If you look on their food storage, then they have 1, 2, 3, 4 ads at the top of their page before it starts into the natural search engine results that just come up. And then these are all ads on this side. So again, I wouldn't usually pay for the first spot unless you know it's a great keyword that's really converting well. Usually I try to stick to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th positions. Those convert well and you get less browsers. So these are paid results. The people are paying to come up on these spots. These are what's called natural search engine results, that the search engine just determines that these are good pages to come up and pulls them up. In another video we'll talk about how to get your page to show up in the natural search engine results, because this is free traffic if you can get it to show up here and get people to click on it, whereas if you want to show up over here you have to pay for it. The big benefit of paying for it is that immediately your site will show up in the search engines and you can immediately start getting traffic. If you want to compete in the natural search engine results, it can take weeks or months to start to show up and to start to get traffic. So today we're going to deal with the paid, and I like to start with paid because then I can know what terms I need to and what keywords I want to pick to target so that I come up in the natural search engine result. And I'll explain that as we get a little further into it. Okay, so we're going to get started. The first thing you want to do whenever you're starting a pay-per-click campaign, you see what your competitors are doing. And if somebody else is doing it and they're bidding on a certain keyword and they've been bidding on a keyword for a while, then you can know that they're probably making money on that. And if they're if they're selling a similar type of product as you are, then you can probably find success with that same kind of keyword. So a great tool that I use is called keywordspy.com, and they have free trials. You can sign up for a free 30-day trial. You get limited results, but your results are good. If you want more, you can sign up. It's a little bit expensive. It's about $100 a month, but it works really well to be able to see what your competitors are doing and how they're doing it. So what you do is you just go out and you find. What I usually do is I type in a term that is related to my product. In the eFoods, we're dealing with food storage and food supply and food reserves, so those are all good terms. And I type it in and I see what what websites come up. And so I take those websites, and I'll take a website, and so this foodinsurance.com, and I'll put it into the keyword spy, and it will show me some of the top pay-per-click keywords that they're bidding on. Food insurance, which is the name of their product, which obviously would work well for them. They want to show up for that. But you can see some of their other terms like emergency food supplies. The ones that show up in green are their best return on their investment, and you can see how much volume Keyword Spy thinks that keyword gets, and you can see how many days their ad has shown up for that keyword. And so here we've already identified 3 great keywords that we can start a campaign around. And so we're going to take one, and we're going to say emergency food supplies, and we're going to go start, and we're going to go into Microsoft Ad Center. And Microsoft Ad Center is the ad server for both Bing.com and MSN.com and Yahoo.com. The biggest players in the search engine marketing are Google, and then Yahoo, and then Bing. And so in Microsoft Ad Center we get Yahoo and Bing together. This one I find is a little easier to get used to. The clicks are cheaper, and it's easier to set up. So we're going to create a campaign. This is where we before. Okay, we're going to do eFoods test, and we're in the Mountain Time Zone. And with your budget, I like to control my spending by how much I bid on my clicks. So I like to set my budget high so that I'm not restricted by the monthly budget, and so I can just get, if I feel like I'm spending too much, I just turn the click price per bid down instead of turning my monthly budget down. If you have your monthly budget too low, you get a lot less clicks, and so I set mine high. Currently, eFoods is only available in the United States, and we can only sell it in the United States. So when you get in here, you want to make sure that you just click the United States so that you're not advertising in places where eFoods is not even offered. And so again, we're going to call our ad group eFoods test, and we're going to do ours based on keywords. I'll show you that here in a second. So first it's going to ask us to create an ad. And when I'm going to create an ad, I like to look at what other people are doing. And if you go back to Keyword Spy, you can look at the ads that Food Insurance is using. Obviously these ones don't apply to what we're doing, but if we were doing off of emergency preparedness food, we could do one similar to this ad. It's just a kind of a generic ad. I usually write 4, 5, 6, 7 ads to start so I can see which one performs the best. And the only way you can really know which one is going to work the best is by writing them and putting them up. So I say the more the better. That way you can see what's really going to work. So right now I'm just copying that ad, and then we'll come in and change it a little bit. I like to have immediate calls to action so that people know what's expected of them. I also don't like to copy people's ads straight up. I feel like we should improve on them and make them a little better. But this one's just an example. Usually I'll take a little more time writing it, but I just want to show you the process of how it's done. So once you get your ad in there, your display URL is going to be the PURL of your website, and then we talked about this in the last video. So mine is storageofood.myefoods.com. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to take it over to Ad Center, and I'm going to put it in the display URL, and it's also my destination URL. The click-through rates of an ad are typically higher if you capitalize the first word of the first letter of each word, So people, it just jumps out to the eye a little better. People can read it better. Ad Center also has this cool tool that if you insert dynamic text, then the keyword that the person typed to bring up that search engine result will show in your ad. And if you have the same words as they searched for, they'll be bolded in your ad. So again, it draws the eye to your ad, and it will improve your click-through rate. So if you just click on insert dynamic text and you click on keyword, then if they typed in food storage, this would say buy food storage, and it will replace that word. And so I want, that was not what I wanted. I want their word to show up as much as I can in my ad, so that's bolded and it draws their eye to my ad. So now if someone typed in food storage, my ad would say buy food storage, and then at the bottom it would say storage of food my eFoods / food storage. Okay, we got one keyword that'll work now. So with the dynamic insertion of keywords into your ad, it can create some troubles with the longer keywords. But if you have shorter keywords, it works well. It works well because then you can get that bolded keyword to show up into your ad. And to build a keyword list, that's what I would do. I would find my competitors, I would type them into the keyword spy and see what their best keywords are, and see if those words would work for me. And if they're going to work for me, then I'll try them out and see how the ad does. And here it will give me an estimate of, based on what I bid, of how many clicks I'm going to get. So it's good to be able to see how many I might get. I've only got the one keyword in there now, so it's not going to work super well. But the search network is what happens when you type in a keyword into the search engine. The content network is when your ad just shows up on the side of somebody else's website because they have a related website. And that's really it. You create your ad, you choose the right keywords, and keywords are the key in search engine marketing. You have to find the right keywords, and if you find the right keywords, then it will convert well. If you pick too general of words, then you'll get into trouble.